I'm gonna give it about 5 minutes, y'all. I'm so tired. I didn't really give an announcement. It's been a long day because I got up early this morning because I had doctor's appointments, eyeglass appointments. Yesterday I got out early to do lab work. That was a hot mess because I was trying to get there before the lab closed, but I called to make sure, and then like they wasn't answering. I'm like, okay, they closed. So at least somebody got to the doctor. The car did. He went and got his oil changed. And then Wally World. I'm a fuss right now while we waiting. And then I'll talk about what I got to talk about, and then I'm going to get out of here. Wally World. So I decided, well, since the lab thing ain't going to work out, let's go and take Bucket to Wally World and get the oil change. Y'all. The new generation of humans. Dear God, help us. So a little girl come out, check the car in, and she was odd. Just no friendliness, no customer service. Even fake the funk. The other girl, usually there's a little Latino girl that normally does it. If you go, she normally fake the funk with you. Even if she don't like you, she's cordial. The guy who's the manager, he's cordial. This girl, she horrible. Her name was Liliana, something like that. A white chick. So I'm like, okay, I'm still being nice to her, even though I'm picking up I didn't care for her. So I waddle inside with my little fat butt and wait for my vehicle. Well, I'm there for a couple hours. I'm there for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I needed to get it done. It was either between now and this weekend, because I got to be in office next week, and the oil need to be changed. And the car was doing a weird gurgle sound, which might have been just fuel. I don't know, but it was due for its oil change, so I got that done. Let me decompress because it pissed me off. So took it in. They did the oil change at the end. I always get a hair. Y'all know I always put my hair right here. I always get a little old people hair, and I always feel for him. I don't know why I feel for him when I'm on this camera, and I can feel him. He right there. He gonna be a thickie, and then I have to pull him out. My old people whisker. So when they got done with the car, got plenty of parking spots up near where you enter and exit. This chick, I guess she's just being a trick. She gonna park it all the way down at the end. So now I gotta waddle with my cane because I didn't pull out the rollator. Because if it's a short distance and I can sit right down, I just use the cane. But if I gotta do a lot of movement, I have to use a rollator because my balance be off and I'm a little shaky and then the leg is bad. This chick gonna park it all the way down the end. You talking about my back and my leg was killing me, and I was pissed. So I didn't give her a good review. I'll be honest. I put on the Walmart site, hey, Wendy, what's up? I'm fussing about Walmart. Let me know if you can hear me. I put on the Walmart. There's a butthole born. Being a butthole ain't easy, but somebody had to do it. And this Liliana chick did it. She's a trick. I'm like, oh, I did not give her a good review. I had to go back and review the other guy. He was actually nice because they didn't have the stickers for the car. Talking about something was broken and they were supposed to put it on the thing. Thank you. They supposed to put in the thing. How you doing? And how's Mr. Driver doing? I had to put my glasses on. Where are my glasses? I don't know why I be trying to sit here. I need to get my laptop out or my iPad and have it on the side so I can see what everybody be saying. Why is he going nuts? You see, I'm picking at a hair. Oh, no. Sometimes I get them under here. He's a new one coming. So I got two going at the same time. Like I said, they usually come in at the same time. That one coming right here. I can feel it. Get the tweezers. Well, don't irritate them. Dear God. Make no sense. Yeah, let's avoid the irritations. We're getting old. Irritating folks when you're old ain't good. Girl, are you guys getting snow? because I know they got a winter front, but I thought it was mainly on the East Coast. But it's gotten cold. It started to get warm. Like we started to get into getting ready to get to the 80s, and then all of a sudden it got cold again. It's like schizophrenic weather. Alice. Yeah, I got a little hair. I can tell. He's right there somewhere. Nah, there's a reason we live in Arizona, although we need water. So we had like a little sprinkle today, but it ain't been good. We've gone. I'm a native Arizona. I grew up here. I don't ever remember being this long without a rain. I mean, not even during monsoon season did we get it last year. We haven't really had a rain in winter. This is some really, really weird stuff. So yeah, and you know, then the fires and Cali, I'm like, this is really, really weird. I don't know if they got rain that much either. So I mean, this is weird. The weather has been very, very weird. It's weird. They can't tell me about no global warming, or what's the other one they calling it now? Climate change. There's climate change and there's global warming. Absolutely. El Nino weather. What's El Nino weather? El Nino was an old storm. But didn't that have rain and stuff? I remember a long time ago we called it El Nino. Like there was a storm they named now. But we ain't had none of that. We had no rain, no nothing. We got like overcast today. They said it might get rain tomorrow. But even when we get rain, it's like sprinkles. It's nothing. Like we haven't even had, I don't think we've had snow up in Flag. Well, that's very rare. Because they have, was it snowflake and stuff like that. I don't even think they've had snow up there. It's weird. Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's very weird. But I'm like, okay, this is strange. How you liking all the political stuff going on? Woo! Some people, I guess they'll talk about me because I decided to just abstain from the madness. I ain't like either side. I'm like, this is madness. But I'm going to leave it in God's hands. And it's in God's hands. Some lessons is happening. It would have been lessons either way. I don't care what nobody say. It'd be lessons either way. Although one is, I felt one was worse than the other, but it's a lesson. I didn't want the group pushing stuff on me that I have to call folks stuff that I didn't see. Oh, he was up. Okay. That's very well. We got, like I said, we got some cold weather right now, but I don't know if they get real good snow. That'll be impressive. But we ain't got no rain down here. We'll see what happens. We ain't got no good rain down here at all. We'll have to see what happens. I ain't gonna be here too terribly long. I was like, let me pop in because I didn't pop in Saturday, Sunday. I can't remember. I was so tired Sunday. Saturday, I slept in most of the day. Baby. And I guess, and I was a person that abstained on both sides. I was not going to be voting on either way. I just kind of left it in God's hands. Because to me, I'm very much, God is going to choose who he's going to choose. Everything's going to happen, it's going to happen. And I had a feeling that Trump was going to get back in. And he a landslide. And I also knew that Project 2025 was likely going to happen. Yeah, it's a hot mess all the way around. That's all I'm going to say. And everybody wants to say, well, it's worse under, and I'm going to be honest, I think it's bad under him because he just blatantly giving everybody the finger. I'm going to do it. Typical narcissist. Hey, if you want to know what a narcissist is, this dude is like the freaking picture and the definition of it. Basically, even if it screws over whoever, I don't care, even myself, I'm going to do what I want to do because I'm going to do what you don't want me to do because I just freaking want to. And you can't stop me. You can't tell me what to do because I'm going to do what I'm going to do. That's a narcissist. That's what Monty Grumpy would do stuff. And you be sitting up there like, bruh, you doing stuff detrimental to your own damn self. I don't care. He didn't care because I want to do it this way. Basically, it's I'm a show you kind of thing. It's absolutely astonishing. Yeah, must do that baby right there. I didn't know he was South African. That answers a whole bunch more questions. When I found out he was South African, I was like, well, hell, everybody talking about apartheid in the freaking Middle East. Nah, baby. You just let apartheid walk right up into the damn White House. Woo! But there's lessons in this. America, there's some huge lessons. Oh, both of them are foul. I'll be honest, both of them are foul. All it is about greed and money. And it's all sleight of hand. Both groups are foul in different ways. But ultimately, I'm a person on a biblical level. Old Testament talks a lot about behaviors in a society or in a people. And mainly when God he was dealing with the Jewish folks, or the Hebrews, aka Israelites. And whenever they would get out of pocket, they would end up going into captivity. There was a judgment that came. The problem is, and I'm going to laugh at the so-called Christian folks, and I'm going to call them so-called, the ones who claim to be Christian, I'm going to laugh at them. And the reason I'm going to laugh at them is this. One, I have a problem with even believing some of them is Christian, number one. Number two is they're legalistic. They're the modern day Pharisees and Sadducees. So the modern day Pharisees and Sadducees were the religious leaders of the day that were seen in public, but they sucked. They were horrible. They have no relation. Most of them didn't have a relation with God. Most of them, it was self-centered. It was about them, and it was about their prowess, their position, and maybe even some of them it was about their money. Well, a lot of those folks that lined up with old boy and they sent the rhetoric down the hill were all the little poor, lack of education, lack of reading their Bible Christian folks. God forgive me, I'm going to keep it 100. Supposed Christian folks, they listened to pastors and, got on bandwagons and all that stuff. This is a lesson. Pick up your book and read and understand. And also it's a lesson to a country who has been so flippin' entitled. Everybody is so self-centered and it's about me. You getting the results of it. And either way it was going to happen, but this way it's going to be a hell of a slap in the face. I could be wrong. And maybe things will go a different route than what I think, but I don't think I am wrong. I think where this is going to go is not going to be pretty. I got gnats again. I got my little plug-in things. I got gnats. And they're working on something, and I've seen a couple of, I saw one critter because I put the poison down, so I hadn't been seeing anybody for a while. And I saw one, but he was dead. I was like, oh, I'm not a bug person. But they're working on these apartments. The apartments have been occupied for a long time. That are across from me, and they're working on them. And then my neighbor, he's still working on his. So, yeah. Oh, it's getting right. And I'm going to say this. Anybody watch this? Oh, by the way, give me a thumbs up, like, share it out. I told people. I don't mean to be laughing. But to me, I have to. If you looked at this in the situation and seeing, folks should be scared in their house trembling. Because this going to be some straight up madness. Look, if Fluffy was in better shape, I'd be in Thailand somewhere. Look, in a job working in Thailand, doing something different if I was in better shape. I'd be the hell up out of America. Oh, I'd be gone. Baby, I would throw this country the peace sign and be out. Because what's coming is not going to be pretty. I'm just like, Lord, keep my hand in your hand and keep your angels over me. Let me tell you, this is my assessment. Y'all need to make sure y'all got food, water. Hell, I still haven't done my gold coins, but y'all need to make sure y'all got food, water, and I don't know if cash gonna mean anything. He just started with the penny. It's too much to print pennies. Let's cancel that. Let's start canceling money, bruh. I'm like this ninja right here. Anyway, but yeah, y'all might want to have food. Yeah. And for those of you who are persuasions that did it for racist situations, because y'all don't like certain folk, let me break this down for those who can hear me. If you've been poor, definitely if you black and Mexican, Latino, we know how to survive on some beans and rice. Y'all might want to get on our page. Because the way it's going, you're going to need it. Y'all thought them grocery bills are gonna be affected. You gonna need it. Oh my God, that's why I had dreams about food situations. I'm stocked. Like I said, I could probably help one other person, maybe at the most two. We could last a year or longer. But yeah, baby, it's about to get real extra. Yeah, I know I got close to 35, 40 pounds of beans. I probably got well over 100 pounds of rice. So I'm good. The only thing I do need to get in here, I need to get a better filtration system. I want a Berkey. I want to get a better filtration system. And I'm wondering if they're recycling our water. Because, like, I was talking to my niece and I said, are you noticing when you take a shower, that water stink? It has an odor to it. And because, we're in a drought. We've been in a drought for a while. I've got flour, but I got to check it. I need to go ahead and start flour again. But I got to check it because I have it in a container. And I threw some bay leaves around it, but I didn't put it like it's in my old, it's actually my chest that I had on the truck that you could plug in, but I don't have it plugged in. And I just threw some bay leaves in the chest, but I left it in the bags. So I probably need to check it. I think I had some mustard, whatever, that's going to be tossed because corn has an oil to it. I mean, that's going to be rancid. It's going to be it's going to be stinky because you have to usually refrigerate that. It doesn't last. I don't think you can keep it really long. But the flour you can keep forever with some bay leaves. I usually tell you to freeze it too to make sure that any eggs from the field are out. But the eggs, y'all, all I can play back in my mind is that dream of that dream I had back right outside of after COVID of me and my mom carrying a chicken to the trash. And I knew something was coming. And next thing I know, they talk bird flu. And now we're looking at the eggs and hell. Right now, I'm even cautious about meat. Because the bird flu has actually jumped from, I think they said they found it in cattle now. And they were concerned about it getting into pigs. And I'm like, yeah, I'm all right with it. I can just go veggies. I'm good. Maybe some fish. I think things God is doing some judgment. That's why I can just laugh because I'm like, whoo. If you don't believe in him, you might want to reconsider. Because he's showing out right now through the madness of this. Yeah, he's showing out. And I just sit back and go, okay. Now, I don't know if it's true or false. I saw something about possibly getting rid of the IRS. I'm like, wow. But I'm okay with that if you got any bills, I hope those go. Y'all can go. But then my question is, how you going to get money to take care of the country? That's my next question. What are you going to do? How are you doing that? And I have a feeling they're going to create a whole nother group. Yep, you're going to create another group. It was going to be kind of like I was going to moving over to something like probably like Soviet Union. That's his goal. He wants to be Putin. He's doing a good job of going there. Anywho, Edward, what's up, buddy? You stupid, man. My bruh. Why you stupid? He said, I'm just gonna fry that chicken up in the air fryer. It'll kill a bird flu. All right, good luck with that, baby boy. You gonna kill your bird flu? You gonna take out the bird flu, Edward? Edward fool. Edward said, just put some heat on it. It'll take care of it. Put some fire to it. Yeah, just give it, look, be like Eddie Murphy, put some fire. Now that's a fire. Throw it on the fire. Let's go get rid of the bird flu. Is it gonna kill all the bird flu? You killing me, bro. Oh my God, you killing me. That's funny as hell. I don't know if that's gonna kill no bird flu, bro. You better make sure look, chicken now, well done. I don't want no runny eggs. Scramble that. Look, Shannon getting ready to move over to the vegan eggs. What they call it? Just egg? I'm getting ready to get some just egg. Whatever they call it. It's like a vegan egg. It works fine. You can scramble it. It's good enough. That's what I'm getting ready to do. Whatever eggs I got in the refrigerator, that's all. I ain't buying no more eggs. I'm good. Matter of fact, my favorite was when this doctor I watched, she's actually been on the news too, Coddle. And I think she's in PA. Why that woman put a dozen eggs up for $12? I was, and I ain't talking about no specialty eggs, because sometimes I would buy like the farmer type eggs that I forgot what they had, the blue, brown, and whatever, and it would have the really orange yolks, like really fresh off the farm. I would get those from time to time. Child, she put up them cheap eggs, like the ones you get on sale for a couple of bucks, and them ninjas asking $12 for a dozen eggs. And I don't know, somebody told me I thought 30 to 50 bucks for, what this, somebody said 40, 50, 30, somewhere between 30 and 50 for, I think, 30 eggs. I'm like, they charging $1 egg. Well, dang. $1 more for eggs. I'm like, my God, that's funny to me. And I know this whole situation. I know some people are really scared. Like I had a girl when the whole election was done. You could tell she was a white chick, but her kids are mixed. So her kids are black and white mixed. So us in America, they black. You can tell she's scared. I was like, nothing you can do about it. You better trust Jesus, because this is getting ready to get real, real. And I'm still concerned about somebody invading us, because I still think that's coming. We've been privileged a long time. We've been spoiled a long time. We have become a very entitled group of people. We've become self-centered. We become our own gods. We don't even really pay attention to God. And even these folks that's quote-unquote claiming they're Christian, that all is a lie in most cases. I hate to say that. I'm just going to be 100. And there's lessons that are going to be learned in this on a whole bunch of levels. I could be wrong. But based on what I'm seeing, where this is possibly going to go, I don't think I'm wrong. But it's all setting up for future events. If you say so. I think sometimes Americans think they're a lot more cocky than what they really are. And if you got the right stuff to come up in here, it ain't gonna matter about them little gun owners at all. I got a gun back in the back. I'm a gun owner too. Soldiers come up here, I'm done. Me and my little gun ain't gonna mean nothing. And I know, have we all been proud Americans? Absolutely. Definitely. Used to be a country where I'd be like, you step up to America, you're going to get your butt whooped. Now I don't know so much anymore. And that is a concern for me. That was actually even a concern under the last administration. So I'll admit, Edward, it bothered me under the last group. There was a lot of tiptoeing. So this much I will give current administration. He don't tiptoe. Because he don't care. He don't care, and he don't tiptoe. And I think that's why some things are happening right now, because they know he don't care. And when you got somebody who gets in a position of authority and they don't give a damn, they're like, yeah, we're going to war. Go on over there and blow everything up. They don't care. They don't look at repercussions. They don't think about repercussions. They do not care. No, that is a heavy narcissist person. I'm going to do it because I want to do it, and I don't care what the results are. Just go do it. Oh, I didn't say it was weak. I don't think it's a weak or strong for him. I think that boy is off his rocker. So I don't think it's a weak thing. I don't think it's a weak or strong for him. I think he's somebody who's, the worst person you can get in a fight with is somebody who's crazy. And somebody who don't give a damn. It's like when I tell people, if you fight me, I'm a win, lose, or draw sister. What does that mean? That means it's snap, crackle, pop for me. I'm going to fight until the death because I don't care. For me, I will not sit here and be punked. So even if I lose everything, I'm going to go out even to the death. That's a point of a little bit of a crazy. The thing is that I know it. The problem is when you have somebody who don't. Then they take crazy to a whole nother level. Okay. What, here in the U.S.? You talking about here in the U.S.? And let me know if you're talking about here in the U.S. I don't know if they respect him. I think that they fear basic behavior. I don't know if that there's really a respect. I think they fear behavior. The Jews are the Israelites are happy with him because I believe God has given him a mandate to protect them, and I don't necessarily have a problem with that probably because of my Christian views. So, like I said, I know there's a reason he's in there. Don't ever get that twisted. Even though I have issues with my quote unquote so called Christian counterparts that are so say they're Christian that back him, like I said, and from the very beginning, I believe he's there for a reason. Point blank, period. Um, don't mean I like him, but I do believe he's there for a reason, and I believe one of the major reasons was the Jewish issue, the Israelite issue, the Israel issue. I definitely believe he's in there for that. I believe that's a God thing. Point blank, period. Because throughout even the Old Testament, there's a special promise for for those people, for that country. Point blank, period. And the way he's being maneuvered, that's a God thing. Because the brother ain't that bright. I'm sorry, no offense, he's really not. By telling the conversation, he's not a bright dude. Not in the sense of bright. He's a grifter. I get that. Yeah, but he know how to maneuver situations. He's a hustler. That I get. I know hustlers. I got them in my family on both sides. I know a hustler a mile away. He's that. That don't make him the smartest tools in the box. That just means he know how to hustle. Right. That's because, like I said, he's not. He wants to be a dictator. One. So anytime you have that kind of personality, of course, that's not what you put. But just because you want to be a dictator, don't mean you're respected as much as you're respected. It may mean you're feared because we don't know what side of the coin we're gonna get today. That's like I said, there's a point when you're dealing with somebody who cray. That's like that Kim Young Jun, whatever his name is. That baby crazy as a box of rocks. He's feared. I don't mean he's respected. He's feared. There's a big difference between the two. Yeah, there's a big difference between the two. They scared of him because they don't know what side of the coin he's on, and he's wielding some power. So we don't know what button to push with this dude and what button not. So let's try to avoid the madness. And Biden, yeah, he was trying to tiptoe too much and try to be too politically correct with folks. I agree with that. I agree with that. And unfortunately, we won't even go there. I had issues with some of his issues overseas and how he handled them, so I'll just leave that alone. I don't think he's a bad dude, but he was old. But also, I think he was tiptoeing too much in situations, and also he was trying to navigate being everybody's friend, and you can't always be everybody's friend. Well, I don't necessarily want somebody to be my Satan, but if that's your view of them, do you? Yeah, that already says a lot in itself. That's not good. But yeah, everything's happening for a reason. So from a Christian perspective, I know that this is for a reason, and the problem is that it's not always going to be good reasons in all aspects, but it does have a reason, and there's something to learn out of it. It's just going to be whether people want to learn or not. They didn't learn the first time, so you're getting ready to have a second time. And my biggest thing is, as a Christian, it's pushing things to a certain end. So that's really what's going on. Okay. And I get it. Like I said, I don't know where this is going. So I'm not going to predict anything. I'm just going to say I do see, well, in a sense I'm predicting. I see lessons, and I tried to explain this to some associates of mine. I see lessons in all of this. My biggest lesson is a lesson of humility for Americans. We are a very ego driven group of folk. We are a very entitled group of folk. And some of the maneuvers that he's making are going to definitely put a cramp, in my opinion, in our entitlement and what people have. And folks who really have the average Joe who don't have much, who's propping him up and worshiping him like he's the Christ or he's deity, I believe they're going to get their feelings hurt. But that's going to happen for a reason as well. Because ultimately, anytime God puts someone in a position and he's trying to snap your chain, it's in order for you to acknowledge God, not the person in charge. Oh, nobody's perfect, not even Biden. I don't believe anybody was perfect in any of it. So I don't believe any human being is perfect. The only thing perfect was Jesus. That's a Christian viewpoint. Um, but I believe, like I said, I believe there's going to be lessons in all of this. And the reason that individual's sitting there, um, I believe there's going to be, it's going to impact Christianity in a very negative way also, because of those who say they're Christian who are associating themselves with him. And how they have presented him. That is going to have a negative impact because people, it's going to be backlash to Christianity based on it. And that's not how every Christian believes. It's like the ones who have associated themselves to him. So that's going to be a problem. But not going too far down this rabbit trail, because politics was something I normally don't get too deep in. One of the things that I wanted to mention here is that I really think, and I've always been this, is that based on what's going to happen, I think economically, people do need to make sure they have a stockpile in their house. Well, I think all of the world right now has Christian issues. Not all the world, all of America has some Christian issues. I'm going to school right now, and one of the biggest things, and I'll just speak from a Christian perspective, is that most people don't know their Bible. That's one. I mean, I'm still growing in it myself, and I grew up biblically, and I'm learning things every day. And I think you will continue to learn as you study, but most people don't. So most people have been given these little blurbs, excerpts. Like I'm not big on prosperity gospel. I'm not big on word of faith anymore. And I used to be part of some of those. I went to churches that were heavy in that. I speak this over myself, and I speak that, and they project things that aren't really how the Bible operates, and they take biblical word out of context. Well, if you're not reading it and you're just going in and sitting in a church and you're not opening the Bible, studying and learning and growing in it for yourself, then you're going to believe whatever somebody tells you. And one of the biggest Bible scriptures tells you in the times in which we're in right now is do not be deceived. So the problem is that I have seen, this is just me, and I'm going to go from a Christian perspective. I'm not speaking to everybody out there in the world who's doing what they're going to do. You're going to do you regardless. But from a Christian perspective, what I have seen is people have gone to one extreme or another. And so, and I have I have relatives of mine right now. Niece, her mom, I think her brother too. They all went for one agenda. and they're African American. It would be a little shocking to most people, but it's because of what her pastor has said. You know, her pastor is preaching from the pulpit. Okay, got you. Her pastor is preaching from the pulpit politics. I'm a firm believer of the separation of church and state. I'm that believer. Let them do. The world's going, and I have a very big view that the world is going to do what the world is going to do, because the Bible tells us this is the flow that is going to go. The Bible tells us the world is going to wax as worse, as bad as Noah's day, when they were eating, drinking, marrying, and living as normal. But the wickedness of the what's the word I want to use, of the sin behavior going on, and the just all of what they were doing, the wickedness, the idolatry, the just foulness on how they were living, the immorality was huge. So this is where the world is going. You can't, we're not going to reel back from it. And I believe that under the current administration, we have a group of folks claiming they're Christian, and they're trying to turn the world into a Christian legalistic society to behave like they believe they should. Modern day Pharisees and Sadducees. And to me, that is not what God intended. This thing with Christianity is a free will thing. Imposing behaviors on people, thinking that society is going to get better, and or you're going to stop and or slow down the events that are going to come, which I don't know, some Catholics or most Catholics don't believe in the rapture, but the events that are supposed to happen, you can't stop that. You just can't. It's a trajectory, and it's in full play. It's in full play. That's why I sit back here at halftime and laugh, because I'm watching stuff play out, and it's in full play. And one of the things, if we're reading it right, which, if this is not considered the Rome of the Bible, is that America is not mentioned in the end time events that are to come. So the question is, what happens to this country? Is it an economic disaster? Some people wonder if Christians, if America does have the amount of Christians supposedly in it, if a large amount of people just up and disappeared, what kind of impact would that have on this country? Major war. What kind of impact would it happen if war came to our shores? What would happen in that? China ain't no joke. They military is no joke. Zero. And I don't find it coincidence that they flying up around Alaska, them and the Soviet Union. That I don't find no coincidence about that. So there's a lot going on. Now that right there, Edward, you and I are in agreement on. You and I are agreeing on. And most who claim to be Christian are really not Christian. They sat in a pew. They thought that just being in the church that their mommy and daddy went to makes them Christian. It does not. Most of them aren't. I got a friend right now. I had a couple friends. I got one friend who grew up Catholic, and he can't tell me nothing about the Bible. I'm like, what do y'all do in the Catholic Church? I need to understand, because he's not the first Catholic person I know of like that. I had another friend who grew up in Black Baptist Church. She don't know much about the Bible, but she would tell you she's Christian. Don't know one thing about the Bible. Sweet person. Both of them cool people, funny, sweet. Neither one of them, I think, have a Christian relationship with the Lord. And that's why I say, Lord, I ain't perfect, but keep my hand in your hand. PJ, what's up, baby? I'm going to get into the Ozempic journey here in a minute. I'm having a little chat with Edward. How everybody tell me how your weather is. I know Wendy getting snow. PJ is in the... Now, Edward, you and me talked before. Where are you located? Because I forgot where you located. You in Georgia? Were you the one in Georgia? Tell me where you located. PJ is in my barbecue place. PJ, you in my barbecue place. One of my barbecues. Is it St. Louis? St. Louis. What's the other one next? Kansas, St. Louis area. Oh, you up in PA? Okay. Edward, I know we done talked before. Haven't we talked before? Your name looked familiar, like we done chatted before. I'm pretty sure we done chatted. Casey, see barbecue. Barbecue. So what's KC? Is it cold? Because look, I'm in Arizona. I went to walk outside the other night, and we was like, oh, it's 70, 80 degrees. I'm like, yeah. That's what I thought, Edward. We chatted a long time ago. That's what I thought. I haven't been seeing you in a while. You still driving, right? Are you still driving? Edward, I'm gonna laugh at you. That's funny, Edward. You funny. You funny. And don't forget, Malcolm's daddy was a Baptist minister, I believe. Oh, you stopped driving too? All right, good for you. 19 degrees. Stop it. Liz. Well, honey, send some rain in Arizona. We ain't had rain in a minute. Well, at least you ain't got them fires no more. Praise Jesus. Hi, Liz. Y'all, yeah, we need some rain because I was sharing earlier with Wendy. We hadn't had rain in Arizona. Man, man, it almost feel like I ain't seen rain here for a year, maybe more. Because we usually get rain in the summertime. We didn't have rain in the summer. Almost coming back around again because things are flying so fast. We ain't had rain in a minute. Today I had some sprinkles on the car. That's been about it. We do have overcast. Wendy said her husband's up in Flag and they had a dusting. So they said we're supposed to get rain tomorrow, but we need rain. We need the rain because we ain't had nothing. I haven't set up my garden yet because my body hasn't been there. But, oh yeah, so I'm going to tell y'all real quick. Let me talk about the Ozempic thing. So, before I forget. Okay, it's come. Listen, she said, I'll send some rain. You a Sister Rain? Sis, because we got the great crowds like it's going to rain. And then when I went to the eye doctor today, so I had 2 doctors, a lab, and I was supposed to do a lab last night when I got off, but I called them folks again. They was closed. I was like, the hell with it. I take the car to the oil change. Let's just do that. I wasn't winning. But I got the oil change done because I'm supposed to be in office next week, which I'm working on not having to go into office if I'm having mobility issues. If I don't have mobility issues, I don't mind because, like, I'll call Joe and say, hey, I'm in Tempe. Let's go eat somewhere. But with the mobility issues, so Ozempic is working. They're going to up my dose. So within 4 weeks, I lost 13 pounds just on the Ozempic. Joe just went on the Ozempic, but he's averaging about 200 pounds, but he's going on Ozempic more so for trying to maintain his diabetes, which is really bad. Latino, a lot of tortillas, stuff like that, stuff that's very sugar-based, starch-based, typical what I call Latino black diets. And then we got one other friend. She's not Latino, she's white. And she may be going on Ozempic as well. And she did the weight loss surgery, but she's eating around it, and she has a sugar tooth. So she has a sweet tooth from hell, I can tell. She reminds me of my father. So she may be going on Ozempic as well. Ozempic or Wegovy. And I'm hearing bad things about the Wegovy. And they both are supposedly, they're the same. I don't know. So Wegovy got some other stuff. But we're upping from 0.25 to 0.5 because the guy was like, he's looking at me today. My little PA doctor dude, he's like, that's really good. And I'm like, 13 pounds to me and really all that. But he's like, no, you don't understand. That's really good. He said, I didn't expect that much in 4 weeks. I'm like, well, we got a long way to go, bro. We got 400 pounds to deal with. We got a long way to go. We got a minute. So we'll see. But I forgot who was on here. And who was on here last week? And she told me she lost 140 pounds on Ozempic. Oh, man. Don't be mad at me. I can see your face. You're in Texas. I don't know. See, I'm getting old. I had brain fog. Oh, my God. Not Wendy. Who was on here last week? She was on here last week. And she said she RN and she lost 140 pounds on Ozempic. So, yeah, we heading down that track. We need to get off 200-some pounds with Ozempic before we can go. Because I got to go get a repair of 2 hernias. So I need those repaired. Yeah. And then I don't know because the knee may need, we found the knee is not broken, but we're getting ready to do the MRI to look for soft tissue damage. Because me and the knee is kneeing. Trying to think what else. That's it. So right now, that's pretty much the week. I've been on it 4 weeks and 13-pound loss in 4 weeks. Now, Vicky said she had somebody who told him, I don't have a problem with this. This girl told her she had been on Wegovy for like a week and lost 12 pounds. I'm like, yeah, that ain't healthy. That's not healthy. So, yeah. So we'll up the dose. I haven't had the side effects. So Joe said that when he first did his, he got nauseous. I ain't have the side effects. But then he's doing his in his thigh, which I thought was weird. Because my doctor dude said, put it in your stomach. And I'm like, I can do that. And some people have problems, and the needle's so small. But that's the other thing. They don't give you a lot of needles. I was like, bruh, I'm going to need more needles. Because little needles you gave me, I'm down to 2 left. And I kept a needle so I'm going to just put some alcohol on it. Because that thing, it don't cost me that much, but still, I'm cheap. It's $24.99. I want to get all of my $24.99 out of that pen. So, yeah. Other than that, we were talking some politics stuff earlier. And I was asking, and Edward jumped in here. We talking about our President Trump canceling every freaking organization in the U.S. government. I'm like, this dude right here. For weight loss. What you gonna say for weight loss there, Edward? What you telling me for weight loss? Yeah, you're asking me if I'm doing probably Ozempic. I'm doing Ozempic for weight loss. Granted, it may help. I am a borderline diabetic, but as fat as I am, my diabetes is better than my friend he said he's just at 200 pounds and he's a little taller than me, right? And so Joe said his sugars are always off the chart. Mine are not. Like my A1C is between 6.7 and 6.9 on average. 6.9 is high for me. So I don't have high A1C. Oh, you take, okay, I don't know what Zepbound is. Tell me what Zepbound is, bro. You mentioned Zepbound earlier. What is that like Ozempic? Because, there's a lot of these semi-glide or whatever they call it now out there for weight loss. Is that like Ozempic or is something different? I want to know if it's like Ozempic, if it's like that, or is it something different? That's what I want to know. I work tomorrow. I take today's off. I try to book all my appointments. Oh, it's like Wegovy. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know. Okay, well, I guess Semi-Glide or whatever they call it. All of these Ozempic, the Wegovy, and then I know they have others out there. They're all part of whatever it is. I don't know if the formulation is a little different under each one, is what I'm presuming. I know that people, at least one of my associates said she had heard, I guess there's something going on with the Wegovy one. I don't know. I just went with the Ozempic. My employer and the insurance company they paying some pretty pennies for it. So, I only paid $24.99. I think I had the receipt. I kept it because I was blown away at how much that freaking drug costs. Okay, got you. Yeah, well, they may end up taking me. So right now I am on metformin. I take 2 doses of metformin. Hold on. All my pills are right here. I take 500 milligrams of metformin twice a day. And based on this, I'll go back in 90 days. And we're going to see where I'm at that point. And also, I think they're going to assess whether to come off the metformin and let the Ozempic do all the work. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to see how it goes. I also got the knee issue. I got to start physical therapy. I'm waiting on I need a new CPAP machine. So that's another reason I think I'm tired. And then I do have mobility issues. So like right now, I walk between a rollator and a cane. If it's a relatively short distance and they have a chair, can use my cane. Like I had to go to Wally World last night. And from the car to the entrance, I was able to use my cane because I know they have a seating area. As long as I sit right down. If it's longer, I have to use the walker or a basket, something I can lean on and push because my leg starts doing funkies. I'm also got to go to a neurologist for some stuff. So, which may help with some of the finding out about the mobility issues because I'm thinking they're tied. And see what we can do to kind of get that taken care of. Like my niece's mom has MS, and I know that it changed her mobility. So if she has certain things act up, I'm gonna call it a flare, then she has problems walking. But she's on a rollator, and I had to do a rollator because it was almost 2 weeks around Thanksgiving. I could barely walk. I was using a hamper here in the house to push myself around. So with the rollator, I'm a lot better off. But like I said, like when I go in the office, I can't do the cane anymore. I have to have the rollator because you got to get into the building. You got to go not on the stairs, but you got to go upstairs. I mean, I do the elevator. If I go from my desk to the bathroom, I got to do that. Then if I got to go to lunch, it's a lot of more movement in a bigger space. Whereas here where I'm at, I don't have to move that much. My space is this, I don't know if this apartment is 700 square feet, I'll be shocked. So I pretty much, bathrooms down the hall is quick. My bed is just across from the bathroom, and I have everything set up. Like I have I have it right here. So this is my around the house situation. And then, and occasionally, if I need to go from the house to the trash, I sometimes use the rollator, but depending on how the leg is, I might be able to do the 3 cane or the 4 cane. And I need to get another one because this one Vivian gave me, and then I have a cane also in the car, so I have 2 canes. But the problem is this little puppy, I tried to get the little feet for it, and this ain't the standard. I think the standard one is a little bigger. And I could tell when I got this, it felt like it was bent, like it was leaning a little bit. So I think Vivian's very cheap. She got a cheap one. And I gotta get a better one, so I'll order a better one. That's what he asked me. So when I went in, I did not. Joe says he got the nausea. So the main side effect I heard about was that you could have like really upset stomach, nausea, stuff like that. I have not. I did the first shot 4 weeks ago, no side effects. Matter of fact, I was having I think gassy issues prior. I'm not having that now with the Ozempic. I don't have all the gassy issues when I eat, but then also I have been more cognizant of certain foods that I know have been setting me off. Like I used to be able to do dairy like nobody's business, even though, I mean, I would have to be home for certain things. Like if I ate ice cream, I got to be home because that's going to be like X-Lex to me. But cheese and stuff like that, I could do it and just be a little gassy. But if I do dairy now, it's like somebody went MC Hammer all up in my stomach. I get bloated really bad. I start having massive pains. I have to lay down. And anytime I do any kind of like cheese, anything like that, cheese especially, anything cheese-based, woo, it's bad. So, I've been blessed that I have not. And he asked me today when I talked to him and they did my weigh-in. So I was like 443 and I'm 430. So I did like 13 pounds. So we'll see. And I got a 90 days out from that to see where I'm at from there. So I'm going to chart it and I'll share with you. And like I said, in my little, I call it the old people foodie crew. I have one of my friends. She's like, well, she's thin. She's very thin, but she's got some major, she just turned 60. We worked together years ago at another first cell company here in Arizona. And we also worked at Schwab together because she's the one who referred me into Schwab when she went there. She's got some major underlying health stuff, and so she's got heart issues and a whole bunch of stuff going on. So she's like, oh, we got to do lunch. And now that we're all getting older, we're all seniors, do a get together. But now 3 of us are going to be on Ozempic. Joe's going on it more so to control diabetes. I'm on it for the weight loss. I'm thinking that Victoria may go on it too, and if she goes on to it, she's probably going to be weight loss and diabetes. So, yeah, because I was like, I'm the person might offend you. I don't really care. And I think the older I get, I really don't care. So, like, if she eats sugar all of a sudden or any kind of carb, her head starts hurting. And so she told me she going to be here to help her parents or whatever. I said, you going to be on a casket. If you don't go handle that diabetes, you're going to be in a casket. Point blank, period. And a lot of people, I think as we get older, there's some people that don't deal with their age. One of the reasons I did have to start dealing with this weight, and not that it's not something I didn't want. It's a hard pill. It didn't come on easy, but it came on. Let me rephrase that. It came on easy. It's hard as hell to get off, and so you having a little help, hey, that's a beautiful thing. So like I said, 13 pounds, and I ain't done nothing pretty much. Now I have noticed a diet change. My diet, and when I say diet, me and Joe went and ate lunch. I normally could clean the plates almost. I'm going to tell you I may have ate about a quarter of that food I have over that. And that's probably going to be for tomorrow for lunch. I have almost over the majority of my plate left. And I hadn't eaten breakfast. I was starving when I got there. I was like, oh, I'm really hungry. I hadn't eaten. Because I went right to the doctor's office. And then when we got there, I could barely eat. So I got to put it up in the refrigerator. But I got food to go. Because I probably could eat about 2 more days off of it by how I'm eating now. We went to go to Texas Roadhouse, and I ordered a smaller steak than what I normally order. I ate 2 bites out of that. It was done. I had to bring it home. It was done. So stuff, depending on what I ate, and don't get me wrong, I ate my lunch, I think, a little late. So I was already, but normally, like even a sandwich, normally I can eat a whole sandwich. And I'm talking about a standard bread sandwich. I can usually eat it. I could eat half in the morning and half for lunch. This would be my normal and a sit down and 2 sit downs. I ate half of a half. So you got the sandwich cut in half, right? Half, half. I ate the top half over here. Ate the bottom half for lunch. And I still had a whole half that I put in the refrigerator. I couldn't eat it, the whole thing. So it does, I can't explain it. It does something with your appetite. I don't know if it's in your brain. I don't know if it's in your stomach. It's something with your appetite. Totally changes. And Edward, let me know if you have had that or how long you've been on the on what do you call it again? You called it Zepbound. How long have you been on the Zepbound, and have you had the same results? That's what I want to know. I'm trying to think who told me. Kathy. I think it was Kathy. My mind. I think Kathy told me, and she's in Texas, that she 140 pounds lighter. I was like, my dude, speak to me, Jesus. that would be, my God. And that's another thing with the knee. And if I have to have knee surgery, nobody's going to do knee surgery for me this heavy. So, and I can tell you, I'm still having problems with the left leg, but the pain, it's still pain, but not like what it was. So that little 13 pounds has helped, I believe, at the pain. Because my pain, y'all, woo, and my back. Oh, my God, my lower back. That's the other thing. I bought a specialty chair for my house, for my desk here, and I'm going to be getting a different desk for my office in here. Now I have 2 actually, because I got one from Victoria that's going to go in my regular office in the room. But the one here in the living room that I ordered, it has that like a little screw thing that makes the back push in for your lumbar, and then it's more cushiony at the bottom. The only thing that would make it better is if the bottom of the seat slid back and forward, and it doesn't. And I'm probably eventually going to invest in one of those, but this is doing good for my budget. And it has a lot of support. So it gave me a lot of support in my lower back. And I think it's a sciatica that was just kicking my butt. Yeah, but I got that, and it's made a world of difference to where when I get up, I'm not like, and when I'm at work, by the time I get done with them chairs at that job, that's why I said, no, my doctor said, he said, I'll get you with the mobility. I said, because right now I got everything set up in my house right now. If if the back and the legs ain't going good, I put my arm on that rollator. I get to the hallway, I can hold the wall. I get to the bathroom. I have special stuff in the bathroom, you know, just getting in and out. Everything's right here. I'm not worried about trying to get somewhere, and nah. I'm like, I can't anymore. I'm like, and that's what I said. I will, if mobility is good, I'm still go in. But if mobility is bad, I'm gonna save my butt right here at home. But I don't want any be penalized because we work from home majority of the time. As long as I'm doing my core job, don't penalize me. Just let me do my core job, and I do my job. I ain't like these children be up in here playing around. I do my core job and call it a day. That's why when I'm talking to them, talking about numbers, because I know that's what they're looking at. You can tell me it's wonderful how I treat people, but honestly, that first person, the first manager I had, she told me exactly how they look at things. They care about them numbers. Customer service is second to that. Numbers first, customer service second. So that's how a lot of these companies are. They don't really care about how you treat people, although I've gotten compliments. But that first lady I had there, she basically told me the truth of the matter. And if you want to get paid for your services, you got to come with them numbers. Otherwise, they're going to end up harassing you, and I don't want to be harassed. I'm going to do my job and go home. Do my job, go home. I ain't trying to bother nobody. I'm not. You got some folks, they be doing the most. I'm not trying to do the most. Just, am I doing my job? Yes. Okay, put the check in the account, my dude. Yes. Put the check in the account, my dude. So yeah. All right, y'all. I've been on here an hour. I will probably check in maybe Saturday, next Saturday. That's going to be shot number 5, and we're up in the dose. So I'm on 0.25, and I'm moving to 0.5. So we'll see what kind of effects that is. That's a double. And we're going to see what kind of effects those are. When I get out here, I got to measure my glasses. I'm going to use my, I got to sign my Costco back up. I have Sam's, but I'm going to sign Costco back up. And I get my glasses from Costco. But my prescription has stayed the same the last couple of years, and it's the same again. Ooh, excuse me, burp. So I'm going to probably use my, what they call my Vision, I have VSP, to get new glasses at Costco. And I think you get buy one and then you get one for half off or whatever. So I'm probably going to go do that after I renew my Costco membership. But there's a Zelo and some other one that I see you can order. And I like funky, geeky frames. And I'm like, they got some cool, geeky frames. So I'm going to check those out and probably order me a couple of glasses there. And just have a couple, because I've been, like I said, for the past year, and have about 3 or 4 pairs to switch it up a little bit. And these have been great. And I forgot, this is a name brand. Who is this? Look, I can't even read this thing right now. It's somebody name brand. But I like it. It was pricey. But I got them free because of VSP. I forgot who it is. It's somebody's name brand. I can't see it with my glasses. I can't see it with the glasses off, my dude. I think it has an S, but heck, or an F. I can't see it. That tell you a lot. Anyway, y'all, everybody be blessed. Hey, Chicago BBW, what's that weather like in Chi-Town? I'm about to get off here. What's the weather out in Chi-Town? You like Sam's Club better than Costco? No, PJ. No. Only thing I like about Sam's Club is their membership is cheaper. But I prefer Costco. Cold. Yeah, I saw your snow. It's getting chilly here, but it ain't y'all kind of cold. Praise Jesus. Praise Jesus. No, PJ saying ain't so. Why you like them better? Okay, so I'm going to say this. I really, my big thing is I like the TP. I have never done Sam's Club's paper towel. I have done a paper towel from Costco, which I love. I love the TP. Both are good. I'm going to be honest. The toilet paper is good in both. And here's where it's kind of, the way Sam's Club does theirs, you get extra rolls but I think it's about the same amount of TP. Costco, I think their rolls are fatter, but both of them is comfortable for the butt. It's not that paper thin stuff. It's like a comfortable cleansing. So, and that's what I like about them. But to me, Costco has a better variety of products. And the Kirkland brand is just hands down phenomenal. Now, Sam's does have something that I don't know if Costco has, but I haven't seen it when I ordered online. They sometimes, and I know it's a mushroom thing, I like mushrooms. They had a chef's pack of gourmet type mushrooms where it gave you like 3 different types of mushrooms. Me likes. But I hadn't seen it last time I went in, but now because of the mobility issues, I don't go into the warehouse. I do my $50 or more order, drive up and park, and let them bring it to me. I ain't got the energy, because when and I'm getting old, I don't like people no more. I have gotten gas when I'm there if I'm needing gas. But I'll be honest, I'm a Chevron gas person. So Chevron Texaco gas is just really good gas. So for Mr. New Hoopty Mobile, keeping him purring, I normally do Chevron. But I have done Sam's Club when I'm there, and I used to get Costco when sometimes I go by Costco and get it. But I usually do Chevron. And I load gift cards sometimes through my Afterpay and just load it into my Chevron account and just load it in there. So I may get a $50, $100 gift card and just load it in there for whenever I need it. And then I just load it into the Chevron app. Now, the only thing I don't like about the Chevron app, I need it to be like, what's the place called? Starbucks. Starbucks, they allow you that if you have a gift card, you can transfer the balance from one gift card into another. They don't do that on the Chevron app. So like I got 91 cents sitting on there that they will not let you use at the pump. And to me, that don't make sense. They need to fix it to where it's transferable. That's one of my pet peeves. But I do Chevron gas. And my car seems to, matter of fact, Linda, I had helped one day. She did something for me, and I said, I'm going to get you some gas for helping me. For just something she did. She drove or something. Oh, my car was, the old beater, I think, was in the shop. No, hold on. I'm trying to think. It's either old one or this one. I can't remember. I had to do something with the shop. And so the car was going to be there, and we went to go to lunch. Well, she drove. Came and got me and drove. So I said, well, I'll get you some gas for driving. And so I took her to Chevron because I had my gift cards loaded on my Chevron app. And you just drive up, say you hit the fuel button, switch it, ask you which pump you're on. You set it there and you tell it to go, and it says activating, and it did. So I did the same thing for Linda. And Linda's like, my dude, my car has not run. I said, your car runs. I think it's that Techron, which is I think, do they have it in their oil too? I think they put the Techron in their oil for Chevron products. You can get the fuel additive, but that Techron is amazing. Okay, for whatever reason, y'all, did it unplug? I don't know. My battery's about to die. Anyway, y'all, I am out, Chicago BBW, and PJ, we'll talk. I'll probably be on here Saturday or Sunday. I won't know weight loss for about 90 days, but y'all will gradually, hopefully, start seeing it. Right now, it's going to be hard to see. 13 pounds ain't hardly anything. So we'll see what's going to happen. Hopefully, I think we see normally fat people, we start seeing it in our face first. So the face will hopefully start slimming up even more. And then I'll also be starting physical therapy here shortly for my knee and the left leg. Because like I said, I've had some massive mobility stuff going on. And I got Did I schedule the neurology? I scheduled the colonoscopy. I need to schedule the neurologist, try to get them on the same day. And that way, when I schedule that off, I can go there. And then the other doctor, who else I got to do? And then I also got to do an MRI. So I might do all of those on the same day. I got to figure it out. Because normally I just do a day off and go handle my business. Anyway, y'all, 2 and 2, be blessed. Peace.